Okay, parang puro mukha ako, atras ako ng konti. So, happy Monday sa inyong lahat. It's been a crazy week last week, at least for me. Or siguro marami rin sa inyo. We just concluded yung launch natin ng Premium Freelancer Launchpad. So, hi muna tayo sa mga nanonood dito. I wanna say hi. Unahin ko na yung nasa community. We've got quite a few people na rin. So si Jeneline is there, Johnson watching. Oy, Johnson kasama ko to sa GC nung PFL. We've got Isa in the house. Si Manette is there as well, Gladys, and sino pa nandito? Oy, si Leia nandyan. Hi Leia. Si TL Cat is here watching. Lilia, maraming may fan base na tong guest natin kaya marami. Tinatanong na kung naka-long sleeves kaya okay, we'll surprise you. Let's see. Kurt, Russell, ayun. Cool. Cat, naka-black. Parang given na yun. Hindi na natin babaguhin yun. Sino nandito? Okay, Karen, Chelsea's watching. Si Gino. Sa community, sa page rather, we've got si Samantha, Robert, Pamela, Chrisnet, hello. JR, si Mitch, Cindy, Narben. Yan, dami. So, guys, start tagging people, or if you want to share the live video, lalo na kung nasa page kayo nanonood, you can do that. Direct naka-ano ba tayo? Naka-YouTube din tayo tonight, hindi na. YouTube pa rin. Instagram. Okay, so YouTube. Nasa YouTube tayo if you want to watch there, or if you're already subscribed, you may have been notified na meron tayong live video today. So, pwede yun. But if you haven't subscribed yet, punta rin kayo doon. Make sure to subscribe para ma-notify kayo for any new content na lalabas sa YouTube channel natin. Cool. So, for this evening, we're gonna take a little bit of, not exactly a break from the usual usapan, pero this is probably meant more for people who still have a little bit of doubt whether yung proseso ba na tinuturo natin for this whole time na mag-work sa kahit anong klaseng market or prior experience siguro, or even a skill that maybe you guys are bringing in. And I'm sure you guys may have heard me a ton of times saying na sa loob ng tribe, we kind of focus mainly on the market. Pero for tonight, we're gonna take a look at the story of a particular freelancer na basta, siguro I'll let him explain later kung paano niya ginawa yan. Hi, Dudoy. Carl Vin. Parang pahirap yung mga pangalang ng mga nanonood dito. Shai, CJ, Michael, Sabrina, hello sa inyong lahat. Cool. Now, let's go ahead and bring out your guest. Pero before natin siya ilabas, I want to make sure na everybody's ready to listen, syempre, and ready to, take in kung ano yung pag-uusapan natin this evening. It's not it's not particularly similar to those that we've had in the past na puro wins. Although he will share a little bit of win, a very unique one. Pero he's here to basically talk about how the process worked for him, how he was able to still apply the same things that we're teaching inside the tribe, although iba yung approach na dito. Okay, so pay attention if you guys are medyo may doubts pa kayo with the process. So kung ready kayo, by the way, let me know. Okay, let me know by typing. Ayun, naubusan na ako ng CTA, no? Let me know siguro by typing yung first name na lang ng guest natin. Type in Luis. Luis, if you're ready to listen to his story and pick up some gold nuggets along the way. So type lang kayo ng Luis. If I get at least 50 siguro people, then that means we're all ready. Okay? In the meantime, makalimutan ko yung tubig ko. Yun. Type Luis. Luis is the cool, all right? Ayan, mukhang marami na. Ann, good evening sa'yo. Ready ka na ba? Let me know. Yun. Cool. Everybody's typing in Luis. Nice. Think we're ready. Okay na to. Time to bring him out. Okay, so ang guest natin for this evening, for this interview ay ito yung ginagawa niya. He helps expert freelancers scale their business by building and launching their signature online training program. None other than Luis Manzano. Ay, Manzano. Medina pala, bro. Sorry.
Good evening, guys.
Kamusta, bro?
Ano lang medyo ang creepy lang na type yung name ko. Tapos lumalabas siya dun sa chat.
Di ba?
Creepy. Pero yeah, hello, good evening. Naka-dark room tayo ngayon kasi gusot yung polo. Para hindi
Lansya problems. Cool. All right. Now, not many people know, Luis, na you actually play a big part sa loob ng tribe. And it all started, kailan ba? Mga 2019 was when you actually started being part of the team?
2018, mga September. Actually, few months into
okay.
Yung membership. Kasi
right.
batch 1 ako, so June. Tapos around September, I started working
right. Okay, cool.
Dun sa tribe. So,
pero before siguro natin pag-usapan yon, what got you into the team, let's talk a little bit about your short story lang siguro, a little bit of background. What were you involved in prior to being part of the tribe? And I know there's an interesting part where before ka talaga pumasok sa tribe, you were super skeptical ba? Or mildly skeptical lang naman?
Yeah, super skeptical. Or, hindi naman, I wouldn't say na skeptical ako about yung process. Kasi, parang I've seen naman all kinds of things
right.
happen naman. And people have succeeded with many different methods naman.
Pero you've had your doubts, kumbaga, before you jumped
Mostly
in.
I had my doubts about John mismo kasi yung parang he literally came out of nowhere kasi like, prior to that he was just I guess working by himself. Hindi siya out there in the online training space which I was a part of back then. So yun, so it took a while to actually, for me to actually, become open to what John was teaching, or well, not really to what he was teaching to, but yung na he can do it, he can teach it to a wide audience.
And
so
I think
more that,
I think a lot of people can probably relate, lalo na yung first time encounter si John or the tribe or any of the things that we're putting out there. Syempre nga naman, in the world of gurus and personalities online claiming, 'di ba, to be able to help people through their programs. Syempre, you have to be a little cautious. And sinabi mo nga, ikaw galing ka personally from that space where you help little known facto about Luis. Siguro ikaw na we-share, bro. Before the tribe kasi, you were involved in a separate project with somebody else. Would you mind sharing? Okay lang ba sa'yo?
Yung online business na yun was started in 2012. It's also an online training business teaching Filipinos about personal finance. So ako mismo, I'm not the kind na ako yung nagtuturo, ako yung face ng business, but like I prefer working talaga sa back end and like systems behind it or improving yung delivery ng training and things like that. So, and like at that time, nung dumating si John dun sa scene, parang I'd already been doing it for like 5 years, ganyan. And syempre, parang napapatanong ka, and I've told John this naman, na napapatanong ka, parang sino ba to? Parang like, is he really like everything people say? Syempre, kasi it's just hearsay. So I want to have my own parang experience with John, my own opinion of him.
Yeah. So is it safe to say, bro? Teka lang. Is it safe to say that the reason why you actually joined the tribe was to kind of validate what you were hearing, or may ganun bang factor yon, o hindi naman talaga?
Somewhat. Kasi 10,000 back then hindi masyadong.
Yeah.
it's quite an amount, di ba?
Yeah.
So when I came in, it was partly yun nga, I wanted more out of life, basically, and also I was trying to see nga kung ano ba, what can we gain ba from John. But remember na by the time na nag-open yung trial, I had already been subscribed to his emails for like a year. And well, you know, John, pag nasa email ka na, it's practically game over. So it's just a matter of time na, you'll become open to what he's teaching and things like that. So yun, it was a eye-opening experience, that whole thing. And medyo ang laki nung change from who I was before the tribe, and you know, now mga 3 years later, malaki yung difference na napansin ko in myself.
Yeah. Would you mind diving into that a little bit? I think that might be something that could be of interest to a lot of people. Kasi nga, and before you share that, I always say the things that John teaches, or basically ano ba yung mission, vision ng tribe for people. It's somewhat surprising for people coming from different industries. Kasi sanay tayo, lalo na sa Pilipinas, na parang, you try to climb off of or on top of each other, di ba? Parang may ganun na na dating. Not saying everybody's, gusto mong lamang, hindi naman ganun. But it's sabi nga nila, dog eat dog world, kumbaga. Talagang pag weak ka, lamunan talaga dito you're probably not gonna survive long term. Pero what particular thing yung sinabi mo na parang napansin mo a lot has changed over the years, kumbaga?
Well, actually that's a very long question, pero yung what I wanted to point out talaga is yung turning point was when I had my DC with John, and parang doon ko na realize na holy crap, this guy is for real. Parang he really wants to help the people. So parang na-feel ko yun yung sincerity niya dun sa call. And like I said nga before, it wasn't about what other people were saying. Kasi a lot of people na nga were at that time telling other people na, uy, okay to, legend to, parang he's so generous with everything. And like I said, I wanted to form my own opinion or experience it for myself. And yun, so that's actually when I decided na, okay, game, this is something that I can be happy to work with the freelance movement for the long term, like the next 5 years.
Right.
Even more, yeah. So 2018, that was, parang wala nobody knew back then what the tribe would become. So everything was just like possibilities lang. And I guess I wouldn't have gone into it like if I was a different person, or like I was more concerned about having fun, or like not really buying into a bigger vision to help other people,
right,
to also improve in life. And we've been doing that naman with my other business before, but I guess kasi, to be honest, I started that business kasi ayokong pumasok sa office. So parang
yung ulterior motive.
Yung foundation of it was a bit like different. I mean, it was what I needed back then. It was what I was looking for in life back then. But like later on, I realized that it doesn't have to be like mutually exclusive. In fact, the more that you help other people, the more you also help yourself.
Right. And I think wala namang nothing wrong with that to begin with. Kasi si John himself told the story about initially he just wanted to buy a pair of shoes talaga and to treat his family out, diba? So I think we all start that way. I think anybody who's watching right now has probably had that same idea in mind. Parang papasok ko dito. It was more of what's in it for me. Pero yun nga, over time, getting to know what his vision is, it really helps you to kind of parang medyo isang tabi mo muna yung sarili mong mga balakin sa buhay. But yun nga, ironically, when you subscribe to the idea that he's teaching,
you realize na sabay eh. So,
yeah,
sabay
and
the more
in fact, it accelerates it, di ba? Once you start going with what he's saying, na-accelerate ngayon yung gusto mo mangyari personally. So that's super interesting.
Go-giver principle talaga.
Mentality.
If you haven't read yung go-giver.
Yeah.
Andun siya.
By the way, before we proceed pa sa mga ibang pag-usapan natin, you guys are free to ask questions din kay Luis. Wag personal questions lang. Bawal yon. Okay? But anything related to siguro what he was doing prior to joining the tribe, ano bang ginagawa niya ngayon, any questions related to what he's doing, and siguro the process that he took to be where he is right now as far as the tribe is concerned as well, pwede niyo itanong yon. Pero ako, I have this question where, what prompted you to reach out kay John? So 3 months in, as a member of the tribe, what prompted you to reach out? Was it because may nakita ka kaagad na opportunity na, teka, hindi organized tong, delivery ng mga lessons? Anong particular na bagay na nag-prompt sa'yo to do that?
Well, basically, that's one of them. Parang nakita ko na there's this need. Kasi, to be honest, like going into the tribe, I had a feeling na parang baka pwede kong kunin na rin na client si John. Or like be part of the tribe team in some capacity.
Yep.
Kasi parang, di ba, that's what I've been doing naman, online training and membership programs. But yung talagang nag-push na instance was when he asked dun sa tribe parang what's keeping you stuck, and then a lot of the people were saying hindi ko alam kung ano yung unahin ko, daming lessons na kailangan. So that was the start of it. Parang this whole process, 5 stages ng freelance business, it's something na pwedeng i-organize in such a way na it's gonna make sense na what should I do first. Kasi yun lang naman yung kailangan ng mga tao. Parang the membership is a year long, and
there had to be structure, kumbaga.
Para so as not to waste their time. Balik-balik sila. At least may order para kung ano yung una, yun talaga yung una nilang gagawin.
Now, tell me about that discovery call with John. How did you initiate it in the first place? I'm assuming it's just through chat, pero what were some of the initial conversations? Tapos take me through the conversation siguro, briefly lang, nung nag-DC kayo. And was that, by the way, if you can add, was that at a time where familiar ka na rin with what he was teaching as far as getting on a discovery call? Or was it an experiment on your side as well?
Yun yung funny dun eh. Kasi if I remember correctly, parang siya yung nagsabi na mag-call tayo. Kasi parang I was just chatting him with random suggestions for like a week. Ganyan. Tapos sabi niya, mag-call na tayo. Ganyan. Tapos, so syempre nag-aral ako paano mag-call. Tapos kailangan gawin yung script to the guy na nagturo. So it was kinda nerve-wracking. Scary siya. Pero kailangan niya eh. He needed that someone to develop the product. I guess hindi rin naman gano'ng kataas yung expectations at the start, or even if he did, parang he's not the kind of guy na parang it's not gonna be my burden to live up to his expectation. Parang it's more of parang he's gonna see kung saan mag-fall short, then he's gonna support that.
Yeah.
Kasi ganun siya eh. Parang like a lot of people nga are saying na dream client, ganyan, dream client.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, maybe a lot of people have pitched their services then to John, pero hindi niya yun kailangan at that time. So, yeah, I guess what I'm saying is parang it has to match what the client needs.
Right.
And anyone can be a dream client if you just dig deep and look for ano ba yung kailangan niya.
Yeah.
Tapos yun nga, the conversation went like he said ito yung vision, and so yung solution was to make a framework na, di ba sabi niya 5-10 years freelancing would be parang mentioned in the same breath as doctor, engineer, ganyan. So ang ginawa natin is yung framework na 5 stages. It's something na 3 years ago pa ginawa, up to now yun pa rin. Parang it's a long-term plan. So yeah, so I guess yun lang din. It's just matching what your client needs.
Right.
Even if you think na yung service is weird nga kasi parang
hindi naman ganun ka-weird. Medyo lang, uncommon kumbaga, would probably be the word.
And yeah, parang recently nag-usap din kami ni John, sabi niya parang importante sa akin yung L&D kasi ito mo, yun nga yung una kong hinar. Parang I realized, at the start it was just 5 coaches and si John and then the manager, parang they were just friends. And then the first one he hired like outside of that group was me. So yun nga. So I guess it's because he's parang kaya naman niya i-market yung product. So but you wanted someone on the product side naman. So
tama.
Yun. Yeah. That's basically how it went.
I love what you mentioned kanina kasi prior to even reaching out to him, kasi sabi mo he started just pitching ideas basically without any intention naman talaga of siguro, well, maybe sabi mo nga at the back of your mind this could possibly lead to something, pero the I guess what I picked up there was prior to doing that, you were reading comments inside the community already na parang you were doing your research na okay, this is what people are struggling with. And for those who aren't aware, okay, major part of the process that is being taught sa loob ng tribe, you may have heard of the words or the acronym CCPP. A lot of it's interesting. Kagabi I was doing a kickoff with the PFL enrollees kasi that was one of my bonuses for them, and it was surprising to me personally to realize na a lot of people really had a hard time understanding the concept of data, basing your decisions on data, which is you have to do a lot of research in the market that you're looking to serve. So just going back to what I was saying, si Luis did exactly that. He made sure na he had the pulse on the market muna, what was necessary, what was needed. And basically, that's yun ang ginawa mo, bro. Di ba? You basically banked on the data that you had na, kailangan talaga eh.
So, pero it's not naman really like hard
not like super,
na nerdy stats, ganyan.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fun also, I think. Pero here's an idea. Like anytime that you want a client or like customer to take an action you want to happen, or even like sa family life, it's basically marketing. So you educate them why it's important going to, and then gradually you get them to take that action. So it's the same with what we're doing nga dun sa learning and development ng tribe. Every training we have to make sure na yung tamang people are the ones registering for the training. Para kung hindi pa tama for you to watch this training, then replay ka na lang or like wag mo muna pansinin. Or at least make sure na natapos mo muna yung focus mo for this week before you do the training. So, yun, it's basically marketing. So anything that you do inside an organization, you have to market. You have to get the people to actually do it.
Right. Speaking of yung stages that you proposed, was it something na nasa isip mo na even before you reached out to John na parang, this is something that's possible? Or was that something that developed along the way?
Hindi, kinuha ko lang parang in-extract ko lang sa mind. Kasi, ano niya yun? Process niya yun. Parang,
okay.
Who am I to make that stages for freelancers who've been doing it for 10 years, ganyan. Tapos, alam mo yun, parang I came in, I just laid it out in a way na, parang ngayon, yung the new way of how we're teaching how to make an offer. There's a 3 to 5 step process dapat in your offer na may milestones na kailangan daanin yung client. Parang ganun yung concept ng 5 stages.
Right.
So,
okay.
There's a milestone every time. So first milestone may offer ka na, second may first client ka na, third may consistent 6-figure income ka na, fourth may systems ka na. Yeah. So
okay. Sige, so na-curious tuloy ako, bro. Ano bang background mo talaga? Like, medyo layuan natin yung pag-atras. When you graduated college, first of all, what were you taking up in university?
So this is funny kasi industrial engineering ako.
Okay.
Graduate. So, but yung parang interest ko in the learning process or yung how to teach teachers or how to teach more effectively. It actually goes way back ng high school. So, paano ba yan? Kasi in high school, there was this time na I made some exam reviewers for myself. And nilagay ko siya sa website. An old school website. I think ang uso nun was like Blogspot.
Hindi ko na itatanong kung anong year to
pero ako parang hard-coded. Parang GeoCities pa yung gamit ko.
Oh my gosh.
So, parang I wasn't actually interested in making the reviewers. I was more interested in learning how to code websites. So, over time, nag-fade yung interest na yan. Obviously, I'm not a web developer now. But back then, parang that was the only like topic na I felt na I could parang madali ko makikita kung tama ba yung ginawa ko in terms of the website coding. Was to make reviewers of the lessons. So I was just translating ano yung tinuro ng teacher into a way, into words na I could understand. Parang simple language. Na ganyan. Tapos, well, back then, uso yung mga study group.
Yep.
But sa totoo, parang barkadahan lang yun. Parang landian yun, di ba? I don't remember a group study session na pinuntahan ko na nag-aral talaga ako. But, so syempre gusto ko sikat ako. So I shared the link.
Okay.
Friends parang, ito, ginawa ko yun. Tapos, nagulat na lang ako, like, nung exam week na, yung dun sa hallway, yung mga tao, lahat sila may print out nung reviewer ko. So, yeah, I didn't really set out to do that for the batchmates. Parang I had a different motive. Pero parang doon na realize na ano pala, parang there's a skill like this na pwedeng gawin. And then later on in college, the first time I actually got paid for anything was nag-apply on teaching assistant sa department namin. So again, that was more like a resume padding thing or para may income na rin ganyan. So but marami namang ibang pwedeng gawin in college to earn money or to to pad your resume. Pero yun yung napili ko kasi I guess meron talaga interest in like enabling the learning process.
Okay.
So nung nag-graduate ako, I was working in an IT company, and then later on I transferred to a healthcare company. But around that time, nag-start na rin yung online business with my friend from college, and alam niya nga na I'm interested in that education, technology, using technology for education, and yung mga ways on how to make learning easier, better, ganyan, more fun. So that was my journey, and if you look at it, it's not really like something na passion ko to, ganyan. Or like when I was a kid, hindi naman.
It was more of something that you fell into, kumbaga.
Yeah, it's not something na paglaki ko may L&D person. Hindi naman eh. Parang yeah, and I guess a lot of people naman are like that din. Nung bata sila, they really didn't know, and it just just naturally wala, nandito na tayo, and I'm not sad about it, or I'm not like super excited about it, but it is what it is. It's I'm here, and it's something that I still get up every day, and
right.
So yeah, it's not an intentional career track na I chose. And for those na nag-freelance din, maybe it's something na hindi nyo rin maisip na it's particularly exciting or rewarding na service na I-offer. Pero yun nga, it's more about solving problems for people.
Right.
Parang you have to be more parang I watched this a Tribe a few weeks ago. May one of the coaches said na you have to be in love with solving problems. It's not really yung the problem itself, but yung thirst mo for solving problems. That's
yeah.
where you
I absolutely agree with what you're saying, kasi nga most people will argue na parang if I choose this particular market to serve, or this this service to offer, kung hindi na ako passionate about it, then parang feeling nila kasi magwi-wane yung interest over time.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, if you're the kind of person who's more interested in solving problems, and I always say this naman, when people ask me what the best skill to learn is, it's probably learning how to identify problems and getting to solve them. Okay, pause lang tayong konti. I just wanna go quickly into, parang wala nagko-comment, parang seryoso rin sila rito. Guys, I wanna encourage you to ask questions din. Medyo mamaya pupunta tayo sa part na, kasi sinasabi nga natin medyo uncommon yung ginagawa ni Luis as far as freelancing goes. Meron siguro pa ilan-ilan. Does this fall under the same category as people who help course creators, Luis, yung ginagawa mo? Okay,
so sige, labas tayo ng parang dictionary definition ng learning.
Definition,
So parang in big companies, L&D is like yung department that's concerned with enhancing the employee skills or yung knowledge nila. Basically, ang ginagawa nila is to help those people do better in what they do for the company. So learning is yung pag-acquire ng knowledge, and then development is yung pag-apply nun, or yung how do you use that knowledge in your role. So in online training businesses, it just so happens na yung product mo is a learning and development product. It's a training product. So you actually do the L&D or you apply the principles to yung students, which is your customer.
Right.
Diba? So but it doesn't end there. What I do also in Tribe, there's also like a huge back-end component wherein it's the same. I try to empower yung employees, basically in Tribe team, to do their best work. So all of that is back-end. It's not something that I put out front na this is what I offer. But in a freelancing context, yung clients that I try to find are people who are experts in a certain skill or method. I I have clients na who do ads, ganyan, and other clients who teach some other form of digital marketing skill. And I support them with the development of that product into something na bibilin ng mga prospective students nila.
Yep.
So it's marketing pa rin.
Oh, okay. So at the root of it all, kumbaga doon pa rin babagsak 'yon.
Okay. But and it took me a while to actually be at peace with that kasi parang I hate marketing.
Oo.
Diba?
Talaga ba? Hindi nga. Seryoso. Tanong. You used to not want to dabble in marketing?
Yeah, parang I just felt like na yung identity ko hindi marketer.
Okay.
But that's again, it's changing. Like you can learn na you have to change. So yeah that's something that I learned lately.
Yeah, and I think if it falls under the category of influence and persuasion, in your case, it's trying to influence and persuade people to take action on a certain subject or a certain program. So it does fall under marketing pa rin talaga, kumbaga.
Yeah.
Nag-comment si Coach Neil, dumudugo daw ilong sa Conyones. Saan banda? Wala namang konyo dito. So I think yung isang question lang ni Karen, nasagot mo na rin. Sabi niya kasi, do you have other clients other than John right now? Mukhang meron ka rin, ano?
Yeah.
On average, how many do you take? Parang ilan yung capacity mo? Is it on a monthly retainer, I'm assuming?
Hindi ko pa na-hit yung capacity. So,
pwede pa raw, guys. Kung meron na kayong gusto.
Hindi, pero parang malapit na dun. So, hindi ako sure kung if I can like take a lot more. Siyempre, it would depend on on like, can I get team members that were interested in this kind?
Which is actually gonna be my next question, Luis, actually. Pero bago ko tanong yon, okay, yung binanggit mo na getting team members. Kasi syempre, we wanna provide as much value sa mga nanonood in the context of what we teach. Diba?
Yeah.
Lagi natin binabanggit, the best way to position your offer is by putting it super close to the revenue line. People hear that all the time. In your case, example na lang natin yung tribe. How are you able to position your offer na such that you affect? Alin major component of the revenue line do you affect? And paano, kumbaga, para mas clear lang, mas concrete sa kanila?
So, the way it started talaga with the tribe is that there was this goal na to get this certain success rate. And to do that, we needed to get the people, one, taking action dun sa tinuturo, and two, actually understand what was being taught or apply it. So, it started with the goal. Kasi yung success rate na yun, like, si John, gusto niya mataas. Like, gusto niya masabi na, yung program ko, ito lang yung program in the world. Ganito yung success rate. Coaching program. And, so yun, basically, because we had that, and we were able to meet that sa start, ginamit ngayon yun to market the tribe. And
right.
Everything else, ginamit siya to get more students. Yung 5 stages.
Right.
So, more students, that's revenue.
Obviously,
and,
yes.
I don't really like wanna divulge too much, but yung the tribe is not really like it's not a hardcore like for-profit business naman. It's more of like a movement. So yung revenue is just going back also into serving the members. And to do that, we need to get people there. And everything na output na pwedeng gawing source of revenue. The product, the coaching, like, for example, from PFL. It was a training na ginawa na. And then, it became a revenue source.
Mm-mm.
So,
Right. Parang sa tingin ko, it's threefold yung na-hit mo in a way. So one is yun nga, you're able to help with retention din eh. Kasi syempre the higher the success rate, the more people tend to stay in the program.
Revenue, yeah.
Pangalawa, yun nga, it's the work that you do can be used, repurposed to attract more students or enrollees. Pangatlo, yun nga, yung medyo higher purpose of the tribe, which is to further yung cause of freelancing kumbaga sa industry. So,
but again, I can't do it naman single-handedly. Like I'm not
naman.
saying na ako yung yeah, like it's not about that. Parang it's a team effort and but it's all revenue line.
Mm-mm. Yeah. So I just wanted to ask that kasi nga I wanna illustrate or at least show pa rin what's possible na kung feeling mo yung service mo, yung whatever it is that you're really good at cannot be positioned against the revenue line, there's still a way for you to be able to do that. You just have to be a little creative sometimes in how you articulate yung services mo. May nagtanong lang, bro, if you wanna answer this, hindi pa rin daw nila makuha kung ano yung niche mo talaga. Okay?
Yeah.
Can you try to explain in the simplest way possible what it is that kasi yung intro kanina, ewan ko kung binasa nila yun o nakita nila, but in the simplest way possible, ano talaga yung ginagawa mo and who do you serve?
Yeah, so basically I develop online courses and yung offer, again, that's something that evolves. So that's my offer right now and baka next month iba na. But yung ano dun is the market now is expert freelancers. So meron silang method. And what I do is I make a course out of their method. So yung ano dyan, yung pinaka parallel dyan, I guess yung other business, I guess you may be familiar with the skills. So that was like yung first batch na was 20 or 26 freelancers with a method that works, and we made courses out of that. So yun yung parang method na ginawa.
So parang you provide the framework. Baga parang ganun. Na parang, sige, you have all this information, meron ka niyan, pero we'll provide a framework and a structure para mas maganda yung delivery and yung effect.
And a lot of freelancers kasi like, they say na, parang, okay, game, turo natin lahat. Gusto ko, parang, I won't hold back, bibigay ko lahat sa students. But now kasi ang dami ng courses. It's not like it was before. And pag hindi nila maintindihan what exactly yung result na lalabas after they take the course, hindi sila bibili. So we turn that method into a product na a viable product. Like, hindi yung mag-launch ka tas parang you're just gonna hope na may bibili. And it's not just here sa local. Marami ring foreign na new course creators. Yun yung problem. Kasi it's not clear product. It's not a result-oriented.
Did you have a hand at the latest product that was launched last week? Yung Premium Freelancer Launchpad?
More on the back end. More on yung helping the team actually execute the launch. But yung product, ano na yan gawa na yan. Like the revenue line, ginawa lang, then we just chopped it up into shorter videos.
Yeah.
And rearranged.
Yeah, it was repackaged basically, yung assets that were
30-day existing yan. Sige, yung gumawa last year.
Right.
And, well, skills, yeah. Skills. Ako yan.
Cool. And right now, ikaw sa sariling freelance business mo, do you currently have an existing team? And how big is it?
Yeah.
And then I'll have a follow-up question, by the way.
Sige.
Okay. Yun muna.
Yeah. Meron akong team na on retainer talaga. Okay. And then as needed, I hire out like special projects. Like
okay.
For example, dun sa tribe, I hired out yung paggawa ng pag-cut ng video. For example, or yung online version ng roadmap, I
Right.
tried that out. So yeah, it's basically more of getting the stuff done. But I have a team na who's working on the management of the whole in client relation account management. And
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
So ang follow-up question ko, bro, is with the skill and the offer that you have, how do you scale something like that?
Ayun ang tanong. Kasi like even me, I don't really know right now. Yeah. Nagko-consult din ako with coaches on paano ba talaga i-scale. So I might be trying some consulting offers. Na parang it's just gonna be calls.
Right.
But then again, that's also not scalable pa rin. So yung basically, I'm gonna have to take my own advice, and launch my own program, which I have naman, pero hindi pa siya yung focus ko right now.
Kasi with the way I understand it, when it comes to scaling an offer or a business, it has to be hinged heavily on systems and processes na repeatable. Tama ba? Or is it something? Is it
certain
more
parts,
of something that you can?
Certain parts, yeah.
Yeah, and something that you can more kind of hand off to people, parang ganun.
Dapat.
Kasi you want to be able to be on top of things, looking down rather than inside and working within the team. Parang ganun siya. Okay. We have a super interesting question from the community, si Jervin David. Sabi niya, new member here. I'm in the training and development in the corporate world. I guess my question is, how do I position myself in the freelancing world if I want to focus on that? Okay. I have a little bit of answer for this, pero papasagot ko kay Luis to. Pero do you focus on content creators or private companies? Yun yung tanong niya.
Yeah, meron sa tribe mga L&D professionals talaga. Like I said, hindi ako like L&D practitioner talaga. I don't have any certifications. That's my role, and that's what I do. But if you have those kinds of certifications, parang mas madali to have success with B2B or like approaching bigger companies, and meron mga sa tribe na yun ang ginagawa. They kasi pag L&D and you say na productivity tataas, revenue line na yan eh. I mean, it's gano'n kasimple lang yun. Employee productivity tataas, employee capability tataas.
Right.
Yun. So, you just have
puro
to
karamihan internal metrics ang no?
Yeah,
karamihan.
And how much ba talaga mag-improve? So, you need to talk to the CFO or somebody who would know. So yeah, medyo it's not as straightforward siguro as like lead generation.
A typical offer kumbaga.
Diba? But kailangan mo lang pag-isipan ng a little bit. Okay, so ano ba talaga yung magagawa nito?
Right. And I always say it's a matter of positioning. Yeah. May mga services na na you wouldn't think would affect the revenue line. Pero people who are really good at positioning, I know may isa tayong coach sa loob, si Coach Mark. Yun yung forte niya eh. He's really good at helping people position their offers para maging super attractive siya. So para kay Jervin, siguro the one thing I want to say is kasi ang question niya is, how do I position myself in the freelancing world? It's probably no different than how you're positioning yourself right now as a corporate employee, di ba? Kasi ang what you're banking on is, yun nga lang, right now it's more of an experience, yung what you're banking on. Things that you've done in the past within that role. Pero ang kagandahan kasi, and this is what I wanted to say earlier, Jervin, is kung nagsa-struggle ka with positioning, then you can definitely find other resources, or in fact kung hindi kagaya ni Luis, he wasn't really hindi naman talaga yun yung gusto niya talaga to begin with. So ang kagandahan sa freelancing, Jervin, is you don't have to stick with what you know right now. Hindi ganun siya. I always say, pwede mong kalimutan mo na yung ginagawa mo ngayon, what you're currently doing. Pero if you wanna focus on that, you might wanna take a page from the playbook na ginawa ni Luis. I guess try one or two clients lang muna. I guess one lang talaga muna. Gawin mong case study if you want to do that. You can offer your services for free para walang friction, walang masyadong resistance. Makapasok ka lang, foot in the door, and try it out. Kung talagang ginagawa mo naman na before, and then you should be able to generate results for that client, you start from there. Ang siguro dadagdag ko lang, Jervin, you need to be fully aware of how to ang importante dito is the way you ask questions with your client during the initial conversation. Kasi yun yung ammunition mo. The answers that you're gonna get during the discovery call or the consultation part is the ammunition that you're gonna have when you present your proposal to them. And it applies to anything, by the way. Sorry, Luisa, ang dami ko sinasabi. Kasi ano eh.
Oh, yeah.
Kasi
totally agree.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are missing that part. Na parang akala lang nila, I have this skill, I have this expertise na alam ko na for a very long time. Enough na yon na positioning. What a lot of people are missing is you have to, when it comes to positioning, you have to make, kasi pwesto nga di ba? Parang sa basketball, hanap ka ng magandang pwesto. Hanap ka ng magandang pwesto mo para effective ka. Di ba? You can shoot the ball and mas shoot mo siya or if necessary, ma-dunk mo kung kinakailangan. Pero going back, what a lot of people miss, ito yung based on my conversations with a lot of people din, is that hindi pa pwede na yung dala-dala mong ammunition habang nasa corporate ka is the same thing that you're gonna use once you start delivering this as a service, as a standalone service, or as a freelancer na lang, sabihin na lang natin. You really have to get into conversations with your target market or your ideal clients. Doon mabubuo yung positioning ng offer mo talaga. So, that's my long answer, Jervin. I don't know if you want to add to that as well, Luis.
It's easy kasi to fall into that na. Ito yung alam ko. So, ito yung offer. But, like if you've been following this page for a while, or maybe you can check out some of the older interviews. Like there's a reason bakit market muna yun. So, we don't care about the skill. Kasi we talk to the market and we find ano yung problem. And that's what we solve. Kasi kung may skill ka, tapos nag-aanap ka ng problem, pwedeng skill. Wala hindi hindi na siya gumagana.
Yeah.
Like, now. So, there's a reason bakit market.
Yeah.
Kasi market, parang if you fix na ito yung market na kakausapin ko, parang madali. Alam mo agad kung kakausapin ko ba ito hindi. Right ba siya ng market na yun o hindi? Hindi yung like kung sino-sino yung na-approach mo. You're trying to fit the skill.
Yeah.
So be open then to that possibility na hindi naman sayang yung yung years that or in time that you spend doing what you're doing. Kasi like life's not like that. Parang yung my experience madadala mo yan in another field. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Hindi naman the experience does not equate to the role all the time, kumbaga.
Yeah.
So yung experiences mo, you bring it with you whether you change your roles or not. Lagi ko ring sinasabi to. Again, I want to say this, I want to clear this up kasi may mga haters na ako for saying na yung skill approach, it doesn't work. I never said that. It works naman. Na unahin mo yung skill, you learn a skill, it works for people. Diba?
Yeah.
We're not saying it's a bad thing to do, but if you want to be able to scale faster siguro, to be able to create to be able to attract people then into your business, it's just the best route to take, especially for someone who doesn't have experience and skill and a portfolio to bank on. Okay? Kasi meron namang nagsa-start talaga with the skill na talaga eh. Yung, alam mo yun na yung bumubuhay sa kanila ever since. And that's fine if you want to do that. Ang sinasabi lang natin, kasi one of the key parang marketing messages natin sa Tribe is, kahit wala kang skill, wala kang portfolio, wala kang experience, you can do this. And it's simply because you're not gonna focus on a skill that you've had before. Kasi nga, wala kang ano to begin with. So you focus on the market. That's the easiest route. Parang isipin mo, natatawa nga sila dito sinasabi ko eh. Ikaw yung, pag may skill ka, ikaw yung tipong tao na kahit saan ka magpunta, may bitbit kang martilyo.
Yeah.
Saghahanap ka lagi ng pako na puputukin mo. It's hard to do that. Diba? You only get the tool when the problem presents itself. Tapos, depende sa problem na isosolve mo, ano yung tool na nagagamitin mo? Hindi mo pwedeng lagari yun pag yung martilyo or yung pako, di ba? So, I always say treat the skill as a tool rather than the focal point of your service. It's just another way to solve the problem. Ika nga, parang ganun. Sorry, kumabot na tayo ng 1 oras dito. I totally forgot na, to let you guys know na if you're finding any sort of value dito sa conversation namin do Luis, siya nga yung in charge for mainly in charge for developing yung course, kumbaga, yung core lessons ng tribe. And kung interesado kayo malaman pa kung ano yung trabaho nito, ano ba yung pinagagawa, what's the end product of what Luis is doing inside the tribe, then comment with the word tribe. Okay? Kung ilang beses na rin kayo nakapanood and you're super curious na kung ano ba yung tribe na yan, comment with the word tribe. We'll have somebody reach out to you. One of our success managers will send you a message. Pakiusap lang, check your request folder, yung message request folder, kasi kung minsan doon bumabagsak yun. But we will make sure to reach out to you and let you know. Maybe we'll even find out if we're a good fit for you to be a part of the tribe as well. So, yun. Sabi ni Coach Neil, sabi ni Jervin, thank you for the insights. It enlightened. Salamat, Jervin. We're happy that it helped you out.
Yeah.
Neil is saying yes to the tool. Parang pangit pakinggan yes to the tool. Okay. Coach, paliwanag mo yan kung ano yung ibig mo sabihin yes to the tool na yan. Okay. I hope walang ibang meaning yan. Pero it's been a full hour, Luis. I'm sure a lot of people hopefully they enjoyed yung conversation natin about what you do, about what the tribe is all about. Pero at the end of it all, I wanna have you explain lang talaga what the goal of the tribe is, and siguro for those who might be on the fence, maybe narinig na nila, may invitation na for them to be part of the tribe, pero they're still on the fence for some reason. I want to hear it from you. Ano ba talaga yung, what is the goal? What is the mission? What do we want for these people?
So yun, the long term is to actually have freelancing as a viable, but it is viable, but yung something that parang household name na siya. Na pag tinanong yung mga bata, what do you want to be when you grow up? Parang freelancer is one of the answers that they would give. Kasi we're finding out now, especially itong last 1 year, yung pandemic na diba, it's like everyone can work naman online.
Yep.
And like nowadays, ang daming pwedeng gawin online. And the opportunity is there. It's just, it's up to you kung like, is this like the kind of life ba na gusto mo? And if it is, the tribe kasi is there. It's gonna allow you to actually live that life na wala yung mga usual fears that people have about freelancing, na unstable yan, ganyan, or parang yun nga, yung mga nakita ko kanina na introvert problems, parang there's always a way. Like, we have your back. So, yun nga, pag nasa tribe, like, all the support that you need to actually succeed in this, in building yung freelance business. One, you're in control of your time, your income, etc. Andun lahat yun sa loob. And I know kasi that's
obviously.
So, yun. yeah, yeah,
Oo.
I guess yun lang naman.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that. May nakita nga akong question, sabi niya paano yung mga introverts daw. I think we failed to address that, pero Elizabeth, there is a way to address that. And I just want to say the beautiful thing about the way each of the core lessons or even the stages, yung pinag-uusapan namin na structure ng learning and development of people inside the tribe. Ang pinakamaganda nito is you're never yung gagawin mo sa loob ng tribe is never gonna depend on things that are beyond your control. Yun yung isa sa pinaka nagustuhan kong concept dito sa loob ng tribe. Na everything that we're asking people to do inside is, very much within their control. Yung hindi ka, kasi yun yung yun yung pinakamadaling excuse yung parang, di ako makausad kasi hindi nagre-reply yung mga ni-reach out ko or I can't go to stage 2 kasi may inaantay akong tao, ganito, ganyan, di ba? And the beautiful thing about how you guys structured everything is walang, basically you're suffocating excuses ng mga tao sa loob kasi it's all actionable It's all within your control. It's all within yung frame of this is what I can do regardless of what other people around me are doing. Anyway, I'll end on that note. Dami na namin pinag-usapan. Baka kung saan na mapunta yung usapan namin ni Luis. But thank you, bro, for being our guest.
Yeah.
Super appreciated. It's a very rare chance then for people to see some of the people behind the scenes. Diba? Usually, yung mga nasa harap, si John, yan. Pero it's a pleasure to have somebody at least, 'di ba? Makita natin sino bang responsible dito. Tapos masisi ka na rin nila kung hindi mag-work, 'di ba?
Well, yeah. But like I said, we'll give it everything.
Right. Exactly.
You can be sure of that. So, cool. Yun lang. I guess thank you guys for staying kasi yun nga, I'm also not that that much fan of doing these things.
Hindi naman daw halata Oh. Yeah, parang araw-araw mo ginagawa, bro.
Pero yeah, hindi ko siya masyadong trip, but I had fun and yeah, do it again.
Yep.
No problem naman.
Cool. Mali mo baka may part 2 tayo next year. Pag mga nasa 6,000 na yung members ng tribe, hindi natin alam kung paano na yung structure natin. Anyway, thank you guys for watching as well. Meron ba tayong AMA this week? Meron Or wala, sorry. Kasi we skipped last week kasi we had this launch nga. So we were supposed to have the AMA last week pero we skipped that. So we're gonna resume our AMAs next week na tayo. Pero I believe we have one in skills. So it's all about investing in properties. So yun, parang zero down payment investing is I think what it's all about. So you might be interested in that. Go ahead and watch it. Thank you again for everybody who's watching. Again, if you're interested, okay, quick lang to, comment tribe. We'll have somebody reach out to you and talk to you about it. Thank you, Luis, bro. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
For making sure now we're good looking. And we'll see you guys again soon. Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.